Okay, you don't have to have COPD, you don't have to have anything like that. You could have allergies, congestion, whatever the case may be. This is a nebulizer. This is sea salt. Now, generally, some people, when they use a nebulizer, let me pull. And this is what a nebulizer looks like. This one is made by Omron. And basically, you have a tube, you connect it to this. You have this little hopper or container here. It has a top, which I don't have it on now because I have it presently kind of being cleaned with alcohol, because you don't want to clean it with boiling water. Basically, you put a solution in there. A lot of times, you're going to use something called Ventolin, but you don't have to. Well, it's according to what your situation is. They have these little containers. You break off the end, and basically, you're going to put that into here. It's not much in that little amount of liquid, but this is like for albuterol or Ventrin. Okay, there's a top that clips on here. And I can't show you the mask because the mask, as I said, I'm letting it dry. I cleaned it with rubbing alcohol. You don't want to clean it with boiling water because it could affect the plastic. And basically, this runs by electric, although they have rechargeable ones. And this comes with a mask. Okay. So sometimes people want to open up their air vents because, their allergy's so bad or they got bronchitis or something. You could use Ventolin, which basically opens up your airways. Why is this important? You need your airways to open up to breathe better. You want to get that mucus broken up. But for most cases, really, you don't really need Ventolin or albuterol. And you could get away. By the way, this is a mouthpiece. You can use this simply as a mouthpiece to breathe in rather than through your nose and mouth with the mask. Now, it's not a CPAP machine. It's not an oxygen machine. It's nothing like that. It's simply a tool that's going to pump and make it into a mist. And the solution you put in here gets sucked up, goes through the hose, through the mask, and creates a very fine mist. Now, this fine mist, salt, first of all, could help balance your pH level in your nose if you got a lot of irritation in there, for one. For two, it actually helps to break up the mucus. And your dry sinuses, it helps to comfort and soothe your sinuses. And therefore helps break up any mucus that you could expectorate afterwards. Now, living in a country with a lot of pollution, a lot of people get nasal problems out here. I have a lady across the street, just had a birthday party we went to last night. She has actually asthma, and she needs to get one of these babies. But he said if you really need a treatment real bad, you could use our machine, but you have to provide your own hose. I don't want to use something that somebody else used, nor do I want to give them something of mine. Sea salt is the best salt you could use as a gargle, as a nose rinse, but if you happen to be able to afford a nebulizer, I would really suggest that you do so. I just did a treatment today. I'm going to do it maybe every other day. You can't really overdo it with the salt. Now, a lot of children that have asthma, this is what they use. This is what they use right here. And I just made the mistake of dropping this little piece right here, which I'll have to sterilize. And this little piece goes in here. It fits on that little pin on there. I'm not, ambidextrous here, but that's the whole idea. And this plugs in. And, you don't have to fill this whole container with saline, just up before the tip in there. And you breathe that stuff in. And you know how they always say that salt air when someone has a bad cold, and the salt air always seems to help. Well, sodium chloride, it's a known solution. And, you gargle with that too. That could really help a sore throat, helps to, balance the pH level. And all that comes together. You want to loosen up the mucus. And you want to cough it out. You can use some guaifesin in combination. Don't pour the guaifesin in here. Don't do that. But you could use guaifesin. Now, you really don't want to use a cough medicine that is going to prevent you from coughing, because you want to produce the mucus. Your cough is actually very productive in getting rid of mucus, okay? Don't use any kind of a cough control medicine unless it's a combination, okay? It's a combination of cough control and, loosening your mucus and acting as an expectorant. So if it's a Cough control and expectorant. Okay, you can use that. Don't use cough medicine to prevent your cough because, again, I'm going to repeat, you need to expectorate the mucus in your body. Now, having been a person with sinus problems, I haven't been really using this. This is like an extra pack I have here. We bought this in Cebu quite a while back. In fact, it's good to kind of take with you no matter where you go, because if you're going to be exposed, I didn't take it to Baguio, but I didn't know what was happening there anyway. But it's a good thing. It's very small. You don't have to take the whole damn box. You can put it in a big Ziploc or something like that. But what you want to do between uses is you want to sterilize this with, you could use some basic alcohol, 70% antiseptic alcohol. Again, little capsules here this contains Ventolin or albuterol. I did use that this morning in the mask. We couldn't get the work right. We changed the hoses and it worked a little bit, but I decided to. My nose has actually been getting better. I'm actually feeling better today, but I decided, I wanted to just increase the benefits of all the mucus and everything by just using this. And I should have thought about that. I just didn't think about it. It was in my closet. I didn't think about it till this morning, actually. That's kind of stupid. But anyway, I'm trying to teach you things that I've learned. In this modern society, we are plagued with people with bronchitis, with asthma, with nasal congestion brought on by irritants, brought on by pollen, dog dander, mold, whatever. And your sinuses are really important to keep healthy. And your lungs, an obvious reason, don't do this and don't do that, obviously. Now, as I said, you can use this machine without the mask and just hook this up and put this in your mouth and kind of pinch your nose or something, or put a clip on it and see it's just breathing through your mouth. If you want to go directly through your throat, you want a treatment from that. I use the mask because it goes through the mouth and through the nose. Okay. Anyway, I hope that helped you out. This does not really cost. I don't remember what we spent on this, to be honest with you. I don't think there's a tag on here. I don't think so. But this is not very expensive at all. But especially if you have children, you should have this around the house. It could be really very helpful to you. Hope you learned something else. Thanks for listening.